My name is Vinnie Verno, and this is Philanthropy. This is the way this is gonna work. Every week, I'm gonna give you 5 games. 5 bloodbaths, 5 massacres, 5 mortal locks, you can turn off at halftime! Now you may say, Vinnie Verno, you're just gonna give us these picks? That's right, I'm gonna give you these picks because I'm a philanthropist. I make picks, you make money, I make picks, you make money. Let's go to the games! I walked out to the driveway this morning and I grabbed my newspaper and I thought, there is no way Vegas is gonna let the mentally handicapped make the lines again. I was wrong! I picked 20 games I would bet $1 million on, and then I pare it down. Then I find 10 games that I would bet my life on, pare it down to the 5 games I'm gonna give to you. The first of which is Hawaii -7 over Colorado. When you go to the island, you get smashed! Oh, they are gonna be hula dancing all over the Colorado Buffaloes. Give me Hawaii -7 over Colorado. It's my Hawaiian massacre. Game of the year! I make picks, you make money. I make picks, you make money. The second game I'm gonna give you today is Colorado State -5.5 over New Mexico. I said to myself, Vinny, when you look at that paper and New Mexico is anything less than a 35-point underdog, we're gonna bet everything we've got. And then I said to myself, how can I explain to the people how serious we are about this bet? You hear handicappers say, it's my game of the year, it's my 10-star lock, it's my 100-star lock, my 1,000-star lock, dime this, dime that. We're betting a baby. A baby. Not this exact baby, but a baby with a regular-sized head. I would bet a baby that Colorado State defeats New Mexico by at least 3 touchdowns, making this my baby game of the year! I make picks, you make money. I make picks, you make money. The third game I am going to give you can be best summed up with the greatest quote of all times. Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze, for it's the chilling sound of your doom. That, of course, is from the great Mr. Freeze. Now, you may not know this, but I do. Mr. Freeze is coaching in college football, and he's coaching at Arkansas State, and he's catching 21 points against Ron Zook. I get Mr. Freeze plus 21 against Ron Zook. Forget it. We don't need the points. Arkansas State straight up over Ron Zook and the Illinois, whatever they are. It's my Mr. Freeze game of the year! I make picks, you make money. I make picks, you make money. Here, bookie. Here, bookie. The fourth game is the easiest game of the week. When I was a young child, my father sat me down on his knee and he said, Vinnie Verno, never trust a man named Dabo. And I've never forgotten that. And so here I look at the lines this week, and Clemson is a 16-point favorite over Troy. Clemson's coach, Dabo. So we're taking Troy plus the 16 over Clemson. It's my bookie beater. Never trust a man named Dabo. Game of the year! I make picks, you make money. I make picks, you make money. When I saw the line on the last game that I was gonna give you today, I could not believe my eyes. Now, you may have heard by now that LSU is playing against Oregon. It's the biggest game of the weekend. I know the game. I know the score. I own this game! So here's what I'm gonna tell you. LSU is starting Jarrett Lee. When Jarrett Lee plays quarterback, he throws touchdowns to the other team! With that knowledge in hand, we're gonna take Oregon plus the 3, but we don't need the 3. We're taking them straight up over LSU. Brent Musburger is gonna be on the call. You are looking live at a bloodbath, a massacre, a mortal lock. It's my Brent I make picks, you make money. I make picks, you make money. Alright, so those are your 5 games for week number 1. I have given you a baby game. I have given you a bookie beater game. I have given you a Brent Musburger game. And here are the teams we're betting on. We're betting on Hawaii, Colorado State, Arkansas State, Troy, and Oregon. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. That's philanthropy, and you're welcome.